So, hi everybody and welcome back to the C++ tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 275 and we continue again with our exercise, and like all time, you read here the question, pause the video, try to answer the question as good as you can and then compare it with my answer, and of course don't trust my answer, only just watch here the CPP reference site later if you want to be sure how it works in real. And like all time, our goal is to read later the original papers, and let's get started. So we are here on number 15 and it says here which one is a keyword, override or final. Again, pause the video, answer, and now I present my answer. And the answer is here 15, both are specifiers, so none of them are a keyword, and that's a little bit tricky because normally we learned them to use in certain places, for example in classes and virtual functions, and they look like keyword because they are used, but they are just specifiers, which means in this case they are even optional. This override here is optional. Final, you have to specify them if you want to use them. So in the next question here, it says here, describe the problem when it's not a keyword. Okay, both are not a keyword, and what is the problem then? Because specifiers can be used as names. This is one problem. And why is this a problem? Because readability. So let's go here to my answer. Let's scroll a little bit down. It says here, for example, specifiers can be used as normal names, which can cause readability problems. And here is a readability problem. You can see I can declare a struct as a final, and this final is a specifier, but here is it the name, right? You can see it. And the same goes for override, is the name, not the specifier override. So the name of the struct is override. And here I inherit from final. And if I use later, for example, in the body here also a virtual function with the word final or final override or something, then it can confuse, and that's why it's a problem. But there are other problems as well, but this is the biggest problem, I think, so it can confuse a little bit. All right, then we go here to the next question, which is 17. It says here, what means final? Make an example in your created code. So I hope you created here on top your own code with this derived class and so, and then you can make there an example. All right, so I present now my version. Let's jump here to number 17. How I'm jumping to number 17 here. Here is it. And so you can see with class, final means it you inherit from a class, and with virtual functions you cannot override it in other derived classes. So let's go here to a example. So you can see I use again my example here from this virtual with the fun class. And to make an example, let's start with the class, because we just saw that final can be used in two places, with classes or with the virtual function call. Let's use it with class, and when I write here final here with the class, then I can't inherit from this class anymore. And here I try actually to inherit. So you can see I have here a class games, and they try to inherit from the class fun, but I made it final, and now it is complaining you can't inherit because it's final. All right, that's okay. Of course you can set this here, also here. Here is no error because from this class game I don't inherit anymore, but if I would try I would get a problem. So let's say you can see this here, but let's say here's a sport. Let's try here a multiple inheritance. So I can make here a comma and say inherit as well from games, for example this, and you can see this is now causing a problem because I have here the word final. All right, I hope this is okay. You can see if I get rid of this one, now I could make a multiple inheritance from there. no problem. But we are not doing this one right now. Okay, then the second example would be with virtual function. Here in my class fun, which is my base class, I have here a virtual function. And when I say now, okay, you are final, you can see all my derived classes who are trying to override this virtual function. It's not working anymore because it's not allowed. You can't override virtual function with the final specifier. And yeah, actually that was it. And here one more thing, perhaps we go here to the CPP reference com. Here you can read all things again. And here is the confusion again with this word final. You can see they are creating a final struct and then they're making the final struct final. And yeah, that's the problem with this. Don't make this. In general, avoid using specifiers and keywords as names for types or variables in general. And yeah, I think you can read here through as a repetition, and here perhaps let's watch this example again so that we see if we understand all. You can see they are creating a base with a virtual function food and they are inheriting from base, and we have here final, so you can see they are using now final, and now it says here final error because the problem here is there is no bar. Cannot be final, it's non-virtual because it's not virtual. All right, that can be final because it is virtual here declared. I hope you see this instantly now. And then we go here, and B is final class. You can see this is just a class here. You get here an error because you can't inherit from this struct B here because it's final. That's what I showed. And here you get an error because void foo was here declared final. So you can see also here in this little example that all things works like we described. So, and with that said, I stop here the video. I hope, and if you have any questions, like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye, good luck, and like all time, have fun and never give up.